It's been a staple for shoppers in the downtown core for close to 50 years, but in a few months, the Bay here at Yonge and Bloor will be closing its doors for the final time.
Going back, here I'm going to age myself decades, so I'm very sorry to see it go.
That's sad to hear. It's iconic in Toronto.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you shop here often?
We do. We love it. It's one of the better bays.
Okay.
Has a great selection.
The 260,000 square foot department store opened its doors at 44 Bloor Street East in 1974. It was the company's flagship store until 1991, when that title was transferred to the Bay on Queen Street, just a few subway stops away. So why is this historic location now closing? In a statement, the company said in part, HBC continually looks at opportunities to optimize its real estate portfolio. Given the unique proximity to the Hudsons Bay Queen Street flagship location in Toronto, Hudsons Bay has made the decision to close its Bloor Street store on May 31st, 2022.
It's not really a surprise.
Retail analyst Bruce Winder notes that the department store sector has shrank over the last few decades and says this was a natural progression.
And I honestly feel, when the dust settles, they'll probably have, one store per major city in Canada, maybe two in a couple of instances, but certainly not that close together.
He adds the pandemic likely sped up the process. In 2020, amid rolling closures and restrictions, HBC stopped paying rent to landlords at several shopping mall locations across the country. Last summer, an Ontario Superior Court judge ordered the retailer to pay the rent owed for its Hillcrest Mall location in Richmond Hill. But while the warning signs were there, Winder doesn't believe this spells the end for the company altogether, saying its online presence will likely grow.
They've been around. They're the oldest company in North America. I do think the brand has some cachet for certain customers, but I do think it's going to be relegated a bit more to a niche brand versus a mass market brand like it used to be.
One of the big questions that remains is what will take the Bay's place. In a statement, the landlord Brookfield Properties would not say exactly, only writing, quote, "While we are sorry to see the departure of an iconic long-term tenant from this location, Hudsons Bay remains a strong and valued tenant at a number of Brookfield's properties. We are, however, excited by the opportunity to re-envision and transform this key asset at one of the most important locations in the City of Toronto. We will be submitting an application to the City of Toronto for planning approvals to bring Brookfield's vision for the future of the property in the coming months." Now, the news comes as a huge blow to the many employees who work here. One tells me it's like a family here. Many of them have worked here for decades. Now, the company says they will be offering packages to those who are eligible or transfers to other locations where possible. At Yonge and Bloor, Natividad, City News.